So many of us have crooked teeth and bites that maybe are a little bit off, and we're trying to decide how to fix it. You're trying to decide. Well, what about Smile Direct Club? What about Invisalign? Found this video online, and so from my orthodontic perspective, I react to the cleanest man on earth's experience with Smile Direct Club and Invisalign. Time for some PFOing, so you know where you're going. All right, welcome back. Let's dive right into it. Let's see, again, the cleanest man on earth. I think this is gonna be good. Whoa, okay, so yeah, from the very beginning, look at that, okay? He's showing you Invisalign box. He's also showing you his teeth. So what we got going on here is some pretty significant crowding on the bottom, right? You could tell that. You got the overlap teeth. You've also got teeth that are tipped. So we're not just talking about simple, forward tip movement here. If we're trying to get to an ideal cosmetic, then we're probably gonna be doing a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of twisting, okay? So there's a lot going on there. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Look at the change. Okay, so if the question you're asking is, can clear aligners, can they straighten my teeth? The answer is yes.
If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering if you should go with Smile Direct Club or Invisalign. You're wondering...
Whoa. Did you see that? Smile Direct Club, one of the little logo there? That looked like a Holly retainer. They don't do that, do they?
If Smile Direct Club is worth it, and why Smile Direct Club is way cheaper.
Maybe it was like a picture of a mouth and I didn't see that. What was that? What is that? That's like a retainer, not like a clear retainer. It's like a Holly retainer. I've never seen that before. Do they offer that? I don't think so. Almost looks like an expander, like a screw going across in there. That's what's represented by those like train track lines.
Or Invisalign. You're wondering if Smile Direct Club is worth it and why Smile Direct Club is way cheaper than Invisalign. And what's the difference between the two?
Dude, I love this guy's studio. Man, he's got the music. He does look like the cleanest man on earth.
Well, you're at the right spot because I'm one of the fools that did both. In this...
One of the fools? Let's see why. Why is he?
I'm gonna cover all these questions, and I'm also gonna share with you my story with using both Smile Direct Club first and then Invisalign right after. And hold on to the end because I'm gonna give you what to consider and what to really look for. Before I go on, I just wanna say that this is my opinion from living both Smile Direct Club and Invisalign. Please consult with a dentist if you have any questions because I'm not a medical professional. So
couldn't agree with more, okay? Listen, if you want to understand the most that you can about your teeth, your bite, then you should consult an actual dental or a dental specialist. It could be a general dentist or it could be orthodontist. The orthodontists are in the best position to help you understand all of that.
Start with value. When you start with your Smile Direct Club treatment, they will send you a box. And in that box, you're gonna find the tools in order for you to take your impressions. Smile Direct Club will use this impression in order for them to provide you with trays that you will use along your treatment.
Impressions sometimes can be bad. Maybe it's because most kids aren't doing those, and so the adults can handle the impressions better. But if you've ever been in a dental office or orthodontic office, you personally may have been one of those individuals that, get that goop over there, gagging out. I wonder if that's happening at people's homes when they do that. Do they gag themselves when they do that?
They will determine a series of trays that you will be changing every 2 weeks until the end of your treatment, and hopefully your teeth are going to be straight or corrected. On the flip side, with Invisalign, you will visit your dentist and they will first determine if you're a candidate for Invisalign. I'm warning you, not everyone is a candidate, and they will scan your teeth to get those impressions. Now, most dentists...
So, in my personal opinion, as an orthodontist who's done a lot of Invisalign, and there's gurus out there that do even more Invisalign. And as far as not being a candidate for Invisalign, I think that number is getting smaller and smaller, meaning that the majority of people are candidates for clear aligner treatment. There may be movements that are particularly challenging with the aligners, but the same thing goes for braces. Braces have just been around for a really long time, and we've figured out how to use them very effectively and efficiently, but that doesn't mean that there aren't particular things that are challenging with the braces that make it, individuals less of a candidate. So, if you're really interested in Invisalign or clear aligners to try and move your teeth, you should ask about it.
They use digital scanning. The concern that a lot of dentists have with the impressions with Smile Direct Club is that the impressions are done by you. Technicians and dentists get years of experience at dental school in order for them to provide you with the best and accurate impressions, and it takes years for someone to really know how to take right impressions. By the way, these are not my words, these are words from dentists that I spoke with, and they reported that it takes some sort of skills in order for you to take the right impressions. And
yeah, impressions can be a little tricky. If you get the impression off, then maybe when they make the plastic, it won't fit as well. So that could be a concern for you if you're trying to Smile Direct Club by yourself.
with the new technology that they have of digital scanning, they get 7 to 8% more accuracy when it comes to the impressions. You might think that 7 or 8% is not much, but we're talking about your teeth. Don't you want the best accuracy for your teeth to move properly? It's a rhetorical question, by the way. Don't answer that. So
Yes, we do want accuracy. Yeah, the digital scanning is sweet. You can really see things, and the fit of some of these retainers, clear aligners is just excellent with the digital scan.
Smile Direct Club is actually cutting costs by not doing the impressions themselves in-house. And this is an added reason for why it's way cheaper than Invisalign. But of course, there's more. Let's talk about buttons. No, not these buttons, these buttons.
Yes, yes, nice.
Your dentist will add some buttons on your teeth, and it all depends on your treatment. These buttons will add accuracy on how your teeth are going to move along your treatment, and it's part of their technology, their package, in order for them to promote their best accuracy and best results.
Okay, very good. So if you can imagine, okay, well, how do the teeth move with braces? Well, you've got a bracket that's glued to the tooth, and then you've got a wire, and the wire goes into the bracket, and that's how you control the tooth. Well, the plastic, even with its accurate fit around your teeth, we're talking about flat or curved, very rounded surfaces, and the plastic just fits around it. There's very small contours that allow the plastic to grab on. You could see how trying to move the teeth with just plastic and nothing on the tooth, like an attachment or the button in this case, right, what he's saying, could make the movement less efficient and less effective, and you may not get to the movement that you want or the position that you want. And these buttons they're not only found with Invisalign. All the other clear aligner companies, at least the ones that are not direct to the consumer, right, typically can offer some sort of attachment that the orthodontist or dental professional can place on your tooth with the trays. Now, you can't do that with Smile Direct Club because who's gonna place it? You don't have a dentist or an orthodontist that is working with you directly. So you just have to go without the attachments and hope that the plastic will move your teeth as best as you can.
Compared to Smile Direct Club, who do not apply these buttons because you actually don't really see a dentist, like everything you do is at home, you simply get your trays and you start your treatment right away. For some people, this might sound pretty good, but you need to know what buttons really do for you. I spoke with my dentist and he told me that these buttons are applied in order for them to pinpoint the problematic areas in your mouth because they know exactly.
That last movement right there, that actually is a really tough movement with the Invisalign. That's a tough one. But yeah, the attachments.
In order for them to pinpoint the.
Okay, yeah, attachments can be used to help the trays grab on so they fit tighter, and then the plastic can try to put pressure on the teeth to move in certain directions. Also, you could put the attachments and design them in specific ways to allow the plastic to push specifically in directions to help. This movement right here is very, very challenging with plastic. To get a tooth to come up or just straight down, even with buttons, is very tricky. Highly efficient in the braces though.
Problematic areas in your mouth because they know exactly how.
Oh yeah, look. See, this is not considered a simple movement. In order to get a tooth to tip right here, and you can see the root in the bone. Excellent. This guy is the cleanest man on earth, all right? In order to get that, you have these two buttons on the tooth right here, and the plastic puts pressure on both those and it causes the tooth to tip. But if you just have plastic, no attachments, that movement is probably definitely not happening. Definitely not happening.
Your mouth should move and how they move, and so they add these.
That movement right there where the tooth goes down is a very efficient move in the Invisalign. Or if you're trying to push a tooth up on top or push a tooth down on the bottom in your jaws, those are very efficient moves in the Invisalign.
In order to have the best results possible and for your teeth to move in a fluid manner in order for you to achieve the results that you're looking for. In my case, I had buttons on my canines and some of my lower teeth. They were extremely crowded, as you can see from the image, and my dentist wanted to pay extra attention to those areas. So here's another way for Smile Direct Club to cut costs, right? I see it as an extra value and they do not add it in their package. This is another reason why it's cheaper. All right, I know you want to know about pain. Does it hurt? Does Smile Direct Club hurt? Does Invisalign hurt? When it comes to pain, I have to say that Smile Direct Club was extremely painful.
Whoa, what's he doing right there? He's using the chewy. Or that, I've heard some other people call it different things. This little rubber thing, you bite on it, that pushes the plastic up on your teeth and makes it fit better. And then if it fits better, in theory, it moves your teeth more predictably.
Compared to Invisalign. Now, this is subjective, but I feel like with
his plastic, it's not fitting all the way down on his tooth right there. That is a sign that those teeth aren't gonna move as well. As far as tooth movement goes and the pain associated with it, he's right, it is subjective. Everybody feels differently, but whether you go through braces, clear aligners, Invisalign or Smile Direct Club, like you're moving teeth and your teeth are going to be sore. So I don't really think that you can get around the soreness, the discomfort that's coming.
Direct Club, the movements were way more aggressive from one tray to another compared to small increments of movements with Invisalign. I mean, if we look at numbers, it won't lie. With Smile Direct Club,
that could be true. The heavier the force, potentially the more painful it is. And if Smile Direct Club is trying to finish your case in 4 to 6 months, like it advertises, then maybe it is trying to move your teeth faster, putting more pressure on the tooth per tray, which could lead to more discomfort.
My treatment was supposed to be 6 months. I had 6 months worth of trays and my treatment was over. And with Invisalign, it took me a year and a half. Even if in the beginning they told me it was going to take 7 to 8 months, it took a year and a half because they wanted to correct my teeth slowly. They wanted me to be patient and they promised me that it would move in a healthy manner. And
okay, yeah, and the other thing is that sometimes if you're trying to get the teeth to look the way that they should look, it just takes that long, all right?
This is where my bad experience with Invisalign started. I was about 3 months into the Smile Direct Club treatment and my tooth right in front, this one, was starting to feel extremely sensitive, but then it started to be very painful. I told myself that I should go through it and that it would stop at some point. I told myself that it was part of the treatment. I mean, your teeth are moving, it's normal. You know, pain is absolutely normal. After 2 weeks of pain, and mind you, my pain was extreme. I thought I was gonna rip off my tooth every time I removed my aligner.
That actually can happen where you're pulling the trays out, whether it's Invisalign or, you know, Smile Direct Club. It could feel like it's pulling your tooth out because you have to get around those buttons, or with the Smile Direct Club, just, you know, pulling out the tray can feel like it hurts. I don't think that's a bad idea, whether it's with braces, clear aligners. Sometimes you have discomfort, and as long as it's not interfering with your daily life, it's just not that bad yet, then maybe, yeah, you give it like a week or 2. If it's still there, then you probably need to bring it up if you haven't already. And it's not a bad idea to always communicate with your dental professional and say, hey, this has started hurting. Is that normal? Get on the same page as far as what you're going to do to observe it and see if it goes away.
Decided to go and consult with a dentist. That same morning, I noticed that my tooth changed color. It was actually a little bit bluish. It looked like my tooth had a bruise. Yes, I know, scary. So when I showed up to the dentist, my dentist told me that my tooth was dying. I didn't even know it was a thing, but apparently it is.
Yes, and this can happen with braces or Invisalign or Smile Direct Club. Anytime you move a tooth, one of the risks is, albeit a very small risk, unless, you know, sometimes there's things that can maybe predispose individual teeth to dying, but for the most part, people that go through tooth movement processes, their teeth don't die. So it's very unfortunate for this cleanest man on earth that his tooth changing color like that can mean that the tooth is losing its vitality, right? It's dying.
He advised me to stop the treatment, which I did. He also told me that I came at the right moment because if it turned blue or black, then my tooth would be black and it would cost me so much to replace it.
So perhaps it could be argued that the high pressure, that's what's going on, Smile Direct Club, contributed to the discoloration of the tooth and the vitality loss or dying, right? Dying nature of that tooth. So to stop the treatment and to not put any pressure on the tooth, not a bad idea from that dentist.
Later, the pain stopped and my tooth started to gain back its color until it became a natural color again and the pain completely stopped. I was told by my doctor that there was too much pressure on that specific tooth. It was due to the trays trying to move my tooth way too fast and way too hard. One more point before my conclusion is that the aligners are way different when it comes to Invisalign. With Smile Direct Club, I would get cuts on my gums gums all the time. I had to file the aligners because the plastic would literally cut my gums until it would bleed. With Invisalign, the plastic doesn't go up to your gums. It stops at your teeth. And therefore, you'll never have to file them. And I never had a cut through the whole 1.5-year treatment. I mean...
Okay, yeah, that's nice. I didn't know that about Smile Direct Club. But that actually is one of the arguments, the differences between the different clear aligner companies. They position the edge of the tray really close to the gums or on top of the gums, or in Invisalign's case, they place it below the gums. And they argue that, you know, the more plastic you have over the teeth and covering the gums, the more control you have over the teeth, and vice versa. So each company has their different, not belief system, but just treatment protocol, okay? Invisalign's trays are usually a bit shorter, so they don't go up as high, and so you won't get the cuts. The other clear aligner companies may send the plastic up a little bit higher to try and get more control of the tooth. Trade-offs.
I have them right now, and it stops before the gum. See it? All right, so what's the conclusion? I don't mean to be knocking on Smile Direct Club because I've seen some amazing results that I've read on Reddit. I saw some amazing results on Google, and honestly...
Wow, yeah, so that's not the issue. The issue is not, does it work? It can straighten your teeth and improve the way things are. That's for sure.
Who am I to knock it down? I had a bad experience with them. It doesn't mean that everyone had a bad experience with them. I feel that Smile Direct Club is great for people that have minor issues, but when it comes to crowding like my teeth, when it comes to big gaps or a bigger problem, then it's best to consult a dentist because they will be with you along the way of your treatment. And I think that that's the #1 point that I have. I literally had a dentist that I could text and say, hey, this is going on. What should I do? I mean,
yeah. That is probably the #1 thing, is that if you choose to go with Smile Direct Club, you may be putting yourself at a higher risk for running into issues. Maybe the tooth doesn't move the way that you should, so you have to pay more money to get it fixed by a professional that is directly supervising you. Or maybe you run into situations where your teeth aren't healthy enough for tooth movement, or that your teeth are moving in an unhealthy way. Just lots of things to consider, in my opinion. Although I acknowledge that clear aligners, including Smile Direct Club, can move your teeth, and with minor movements, yes, maybe it can be a success, but you are putting yourself at a higher risk for issues that could cost more money, could create more problems.
Look at the prices, right? We have Smile Direct Club, and now we have Invisalign. Yes, there's a major gap in between, but like I said in my first video, these types of treatments are an investment in your life. Look at my before after. I feel great with my teeth. It's not quite done yet. I'm gonna make another video of what I'm doing. Don't forget to subscribe to follow what I'm about to do. So let me know, what are you gonna do? Smile Direct Club or Invisalign? Or maybe you're in the middle of a treatment, whether with Smile Direct Club or Invisalign. Let me know what your experience is all about. Let's help out the people that want to take a decision. Isn't that the beauty of the internet? Have live reviews like this and create a community in order for us to share our knowledge. Like this video, subscribe. Until next time, ciao.
Ciao. Way to go, cleanest man on earth. That was a pretty good review of the experience between Invisalign and Smile Direct Club. That last little part showed the cost difference, and it makes sense, right? If you're going to skip the direct supervision of a dental provider, orthodontist, orthodontic specialist in order to straighten your teeth, then yeah, it could be cheaper. And that's why it would be more costly if you went to an orthodontist. But our job is to take care of you and to make sure that your teeth are moving in as healthy of a way as possible, and you get to the ideal result for straight teeth and beautiful bites. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel so that I can open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth using clear aligners. I don't recommend the Smile Direct Club, and beautiful bites. That's all I've got. Just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.